Hey, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all of the other episodes, check the link in the description, stop by raprankings.com, or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. And please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help us grow the channel and continue our journey as hip-hop's first and premier extreme podcast.
Track 8, Internet Going Nutz, produced by KLC.
Ooh, I know KFC.
Who I know, Kal-El, no. Okay, but this, Paul Wall, yes. Flat 7.
Moulz Mel connect yet again.
Thank you.
I've always liked this one. He made this one of his catchphrases at the time. I got the internet going nuts.
Okay.
You know, but what I like about this song is I like it the same as I did back then, but it's outdated now. And I like that it's outdated because it's like a time capsule for what it was like being online in 2005.
Yes. It's exactly what I wrote. So here's the thing. This is a rare case of me being a part of a generation helping this shit ring off. This is so 2005. I fuck with it. It captures a moment in time. You hear the keyboard clacking, and he's like, okay, on this computer, we're going to see what it do. I mean, literally at that time.
Paul, you've got mail.
You've got mail, you know. Let's see what new emails I got, you know. And it's like, hit me on this email. I'm going to hit them back. See what it do. Listen, literally at that time, we were as kids seeing what it do. It was still very new to a lot of us.
Yes,
back when they were
changing.
Yeah, like
it was still evolving to where it's at now. You know, the internet as we know it now. There's nothing like some of you who are younger may not realize that like before 2010, 2011, the internet as it looks now, it like didn't exactly resemble the experience, and the look wasn't the same as it is now. For the past like 13 or 14 years.
You know, like we were literally seeing what it do. Now, if you get a new piece of it's just like a tweak on something that already exists. Like Threads is just Facebook's Twitter. TikTok was just fucking Vine, but you know, like a resurgence with some added features and shit, and it grew into its own thing. But like that feeling of like, you know, see what it do. That's how I felt. On MySpace, it's like you're fucking putting HTML code, see what it do. You send a message to someone like, holy shit, let's see what it do. Because it was all
I like how the beat kind of has like internet elements in it as well.
The beat, man, I don't hate it. With a better beat, this shit would have been a fucking 8. This deserved a crazy beat. The beat does fit.
I disagree. The beat resembles the internet of 2005.
It does fit because to me, I'm thinking of those early when high-speed internet started becoming more prominent and we got it in the house. I think of those early, like late nights locked in on the computer. Early late night sounds like an oxymoron. I mean, early in my life, but like those first times where I was binging internet time. Yeah. Like, because I wasn't at a library, like it was in my house, and it's just like the sun goes down. I'm locked on all these. I'm on fucking video game message boards. I'm on CartoonNetwork.com. Like,
I'm still in my prime on message boards at this time.
You know,
so like when I hear him open up the record with, I'm coming straight up out of that chat room and live from the message board. I'm at the crib all by myself, chatting online. When I'm bored, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't relate to candy paint. I don't even have a driver's license yet. I related to this shit.
This song is how you appeal to my lifestyle and experiences and also execute. Because there are tons of songs that like to appeal and try to get the cheap pop. It's like, yeah, I recognize that. I like that, but you didn't do enough with it. This shit through and through pops the fuck out of me.
I got a question, though.
Okay.
I was told I couldn't have a Black Planet.
I wrote it in my notes. He said, oh my Lord, Black Planet got all the hoes and all the freaks. But he was like, I think he redacted it because he was on Black Planet, maybe.
Right. Hit that jizza drop, okay?
Or you mean, was that Jizza?
Is it You God maybe or Capadonna?
No, it wasn't You God. It was. It might have been Jizza, or it was like Capadonna or some shit
on a Jizza song, maybe.
Protect black women. Absolutely, but not from Paul Wall. He knew his place because he censored hoes. He ain't want to call a black woman a hoe.
No, but I was told. Look, some of my friends got Black Planet in like 99, 2000 ish. I want to say. And
I'm sorry.
I was asking, like, can I get on there? And they're like, nah. I'm like, why?
Because it's Black Planet, nigga.
And I'm like, no, I mean, I understand that. I'm not going to be posing as a black person on there. Like, I'm not here to fool anyone. But am I welcome on Black? And it got a mixed reaction, you know, at the time. Some people were like, yeah, why not? And some other people were like, nah, you can't. Like, you just can't. Like,
and
what do you mean?
Neither party was wrong. I'll put it that way.
And I was saying, like, you know, some of the white girls are on there. Like, some of the hood white girls are on there.
Right, but nobody gonna tell a white girl no because there are still dynamics at play in this country.
Right, but you know the types I'm talking about. They're not like yo-yo-yos. Like they're
hood white girls. Yeah,
they're like fucking the Paul Walls of white girls, basically.
Right. But my point is, even still, with them being the hood white girls, we all know them. We're still not gonna tell them the shit that we would tell a black one. Not me. I'm speaking based on what I've observed from my people. It's like there's still, even if she cool,
I was on that OKP, okay, which isn't like Black Planet, but you know, I was on that okay. Let me in, man. It's too late now.
Hey, relax.
It's too late now. All right.
This man is beating on the door of Black Planet, sweating. So
let me in now. Let me in now. Sound like Mel's cousin, you know?
Oh man.
I wanted to know, you know, you're making special exceptions for certain people. It's called Black Planet, which on its face has me asking the question, can I join? You know, I'm not just going to join. I need approval from my constituents, you know?
And you were right to ask for approval, but I will say in the context of this record, this is fucking sensational that a white man is on Black Planet.
For sure.
It's fucking sensational.
But no one's going to check him on it. Like, it's not a put on. If Jack Harlow said some shit like that, we'd know that was some fucking bullshit.
My main man, Jack, hopefully would know better not to just try to, you know, though, he would do it. He would do it. He would say it. He would, actually. But he might apologize for it. Paul Wall, he wouldn't have to apologize because we trust him. Jack, I trust Jack, but at the same time, Jack ain't really made strides like that.
Right.
You know, outreach.
Like Moulz and Paul have. So, I mean, if they bring the site back, fuck it, I'm joining. Okay?
This man has
call me Joiner Lucas because I'm joining.
Oh, brother. Wow. Okay. That should be your screen name. Joiner, Joiner Lucas on Black Planet. Okay. Look, this takes me back to that time where I was fucking 11, 12 years old, like on the internet heavy for the first time in my life. And anyone listening who was like that age in like 04, 05, like, you know, we were still taking classes where they were teaching us how to send emails. Like that was still a thing. Hopefully they still have those, but like, you know, we learned how to type. Shout out to Mavis. Like I've been in the fucking QWERTY army my whole life, really. I had them fucking VTech computers. So like, I fucking adore this song. Like it's a better beat and I would like it a lot. But the content, he's fucking nailing it. And honestly, this is the personality that I've been waiting for. This is the first song that isn't like about Houston stereotypes or like trying to be King Ding-a-ling. This is like unique, you know? And like, yeah, it's his catchphrase, but he's like leaning into this shit. And I really love it. This song made me think about when I had to move away from Peoria at the end of 5th grade and sent an email to, hey, white girl, Carissa, I sent her an email in like 6th grade. I had a Juno email address and she hit me back and she was like, yo, I remember verbatim. She was like, you know, like, it's crazy that you thought to reach out, but hell, I'm sure glad you did. I never forgot her using hell in that manner. And I'm like, we can say that? I thought we were still kids. But I'm like, yeah, yo, this email shit is crazy. Like, I'm in fucking North Carolina and Carissa just hit me up. That was that feeling of that early internet. Okay.
Yes.
And you really felt like you had the internet going.
And that's every the thing about this song. It's like Girls, Girls, Girls by Jay-Z, but... Yes. With screen names.
But digital. With
Sexy Eyes 02, Shooting Star 99.
Okay. Shit is amazing, man. I love this.
And then it's not just that. Dallas Peeps. College Club.
Right, he's naming these. Bro, he even name dropped Facebook, which made me think, oh, he was really fucking online. Because Facebook in 05? You would have been more on MySpace than Facebook in 05, but it was around.
I think you still needed a college email to get on Facebook in 05.
You know, he was early as fuck. Holy fam. Paul Wall was on Facebook in 05. He was knocking down them draws. He was getting to it. Okay. Which made me think, like, he's talking about AOL, Instant Messenger. My DSL was fast as lightning. Okay. No, yeah, it was folks, still DSL, broadband. Like
that's a middle ground between 56K and cable internet, and it's not talking about we don't like fiber DSLs. Now, bro. You know, like, yeah, but DSL was top of the line back then. And I'm thinking to myself, listening to this song, I'm like, yo, Paul Wall, he must be in fucking heaven right now because he was very online from the sound. I had Earthlink DSL in 2004.
I mean, see, in 05 we got Cox internet.
I think 02, 03, 04 we had DSL, Earthlink DSL. And then by August 04, we got cable internet when we moved back to the house.
In the first time, so it was 8th grade, it was 05, the first time we had like high speed Wi-Fi in the house. Because prior to that, in Virginia in 7th grade / North Carolina, when we lived in the apartment, I would have to go to the clubhouse of the apartment complex where there was a computer with internet to like print out. Yeah, I've talked about it, like Red Dead Revolver cheat codes and like SmackDown versus Raw, the first one, like CAW formulas, creative wrestler formulas. There still wasn't internet in our house. This was the era where I still had to ask. It's like, can I get on the internet? Because we had the capability, but it wasn't online constantly.
Yeah, I would have to hop off the internet if they wanted to make a call or were expecting a call.
You know, right. You know, we were past dial-up, but it was still a thing. I don't know what the functionality, but I would have to ask. Because I think it was like still a thing where you had to like pay, I think, still for like each pack of data you were using, perhaps.
Wow. Yeah, look,
that might have been what it was because we weren't I remember we weren't constantly connected in 04 to where I had to ask, but it wasn't dial up either. So like, I don't know, but by 8th grade, it was in the house. It was just in it because my stepmom would work from home, you know, in 2005.
Dial up was fire, man. I got to tell you.
Fucking love it.
Dial up was fire. If it wasn't for the need to like download files, we would have been fine just staying exactly there.
It would have saved us as a species because I think that slowness would have, you know, kept us in check. You know, like you wouldn't have these flame wars and people firing off tweets back and forth if you have to wait like 20 minutes to send a fucking tweet. Or you would, instead of sitting there steaming mad, firing shit off, misspelling shit, you would have to wait and really think for like 20 minutes about what you want to say. And that could perhaps give you time to calm down, reassess the situation, think about your actions.
Well, listen, you know, that was the thing with message boards. I'd post in a bunch of threads and then I'd go to class and I wouldn't see the responses until I got home or until my lunch period. And, you know, it was like, I was setting the seed in motion for more conversations to read, but I have to keep the conversation going. And now the joy was going and seeing what they had to say.
It used to be better. Okay. The Labs fan tell you that about
some
wrestling.
Of my most like nostalgic memories of all time come from a time when our house burned down and we weren't even living in our like hometown anymore. We were living in Plainview, Long Island, which I guess most people know now is where MJF is billed from. And, you know, I was going to the Plainview Old Bethpage library, posting on forums, listening to Hib in like my Rio MP3 player that only held like 200 or 300 songs.
Talk about it.
And it's like one of my most nostalgic memories of all time, just sitting there listening to like Dilated Peoples and Outkast and posting on message boards about movies and shit, about wrestling and about
down this
hit.
very street that I live on, the Champaign Library. There's a library where I would sit after school in the 6th grade on newgrounds.com, you know, like though that's that shit that I can never get back. Okay. But there was a sense of wonder and discovery, which is why I pop when I hear him say, like, you know, see what it do. We gonna see what it do. Literally, we were finding out what it did. We had to trial and error. It was a beautiful
here's
time.
The thing. That was right around the time I'm describing, not when this album came out specifically, a little earlier than that. But, you know, as soon as I was able to start working, I started working. Okay. I was working at Domino's because I wanted money and, you know, allowance wasn't going to cut it.
Yeah, yeah.
This was the time
$10 a week.
Yeah, I'm finding out about stuff online, you know, and this is like the age of DVD. And that was, you know, a time where like I'm deciding, I want to see this movie. Not having access to these things was better than having access to them. I can't describe other than like the like anticipation of being able to see a movie that you only read about on internet forums and saw in like books and magazines, but it was never at the video store. You were never able to own it. You're never able to even rent it. And then, you know, some company puts it out on DVD, or there's a company out there who has a 35 millimeter print that they've transferred to VHS that they're selling through some shady mail order business. That is the time, like, when I wanted to see the movie The House That Dripped Blood from Amicus Productions, because I think it was just at the time the one Amicus movie I couldn't find. So, of course, it was the one I most wanted to see because it was the one I couldn't see. And finding, like, an old VHS tape of it at a convention, you know, it'll never be the same now that everything is available pretty much. Like, you search the movie, rent it on Amazon or fucking YouTube for like $3.99. It's too easy.
It's too easy. It's too easy. And the actual internet has been corrupted and turned into a wider cesspool. The cesspools used to be contained to certain message boards and shit. There was no like open town square. And that's what social media became, and that fucked everything up. But like, folks, this song brings me back to figuring out the possibilities of the internet in real time. When he's like, you know, well, I got me a couple of pictures on this email too. Bro, like attachments. Like, we take that shit for granted now. Like, I remember being like, oh my God, like my dad attached like a photo. Like, I can look at a picture that he sent me, you know? Like, I remember being like using clip art on like his brick laptop in like 1999 and being like, holy shit. Like, what is this? You know? You know, I got to admit, writing notes for this song the night I was writing the notes, I had actually heard from someone I hadn't heard from in a while through that internet the night I wrote this. So it felt like I had the internet going nuts. Like, I'm getting messages. I'm like, I was living the raps, and I'm like, yo, this is just, if you weren't there, you have to understand. Because if you grew up with the internet, you can't possibly understand. It's just, you've always had it, and it's always been fast.
I think honestly, the new generation can relate to this song just on the basis of not the exact content, but the general broad idea of having the internet going nuts. Going viral is much more of a thing now than
being
it was
an influencer
20 years ago.
Right. Instagram famous, TikTok famous. You know, yeah, that shit. This song is still valid. The actual references and shit may be outdated, but it's like, bro, she uploaded some sexy pictures and oh my God, that girl is fine. Thirst traps. Okay. IG honeys. OnlyFans, wine and dine, but not this time. I pimped the keyboard. I'm online. This fucking song, man. I wanted to give it an 8. It's just the beat, which I like.
It's a special record. I'm fine with the flat 7. I don't have to put it over higher than I respond to it because it represents something that I respond to generally like very well, which is old internet nostalgia.
We think about the truth of our argument on this program, Rap Rankings. We respect.
It's why I lowered the rating on They Don't Know. I wasn't in love with the beat, so I don't feel the way I used to feel about it. Sometimes I go into these reviews. In my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm going to give this song an 8-, this song a 7+, this song will get a flat 8, and I'm almost always compelled to change it when I just go in and do it without actually having listened to the song immediately prior to rating it.
You know, this is the thing, folks. Respecting the rating system is respecting yourself, getting to the bottom of how you truly feel. There are moments in this song that make me feel 8, but like as a total package, it's like, look, the beat, it has that rhythm, that bass line that makes me think of working the internet. This is that like, it's like throbbing and warbling. And that's my brain when I'm staring at the screen for hours. But like, you know, something a little more flavorful, and this could have got an 8, but like, I like this record. Okay. I like everything he's talking about. And bro, the moment of the album from him as a rapper so far, when he gets into this now, yeah, he's going to fat shame, but I was ready to pay her a visit. She used to look like Ketoy. Shout out Ketoy Johnson. She's related to me. I've talked about it before. But one too many almond joys. I went and seen this girl in person. But when that big bitch opened the door, I damn near started crying and cursing. Now he's censoring this. Just too many megabytes and not enough Roadrunner. He's doing the wordplay, but big girls need love too, so I beat it up like Royal Rumble. Kid you not, I stood up like the dunk contest. He's carrying the fuck out of this as a rapper. What a fucking performance on this song. Okay. My favorite performance from him thus far. And then he said, you know, little mama looked like a whale. Told her he got a bell. I won't tell if you tell. What the hell? The first minute I got in range of the nearest Dell, I changed my screen name and my number. This internet pimping still prevails. Paul Wall, you, through this song, you're good in my book for life, is how I feel about your performance on this song. Okay? You may be like a Houston caricature most of the time, but I know you can do this now. So like you have that gear with me in my book where it's like, yeah, I'll defend you on the merits of this song. All right, folks, internet going nuts. Okay. Timeless, fucking timeless. Okay. You were ahead of your time. Okay. I've been waiting on this personality from you. You are my nigga. You are truly online in the best way. Internet going nuts. Okay?
A true poster, Paul Wall.
A true poster, Paul fucking Wall.
All right. Well, is it time to move on?
It is, because I rolled up this lens wipe and have been like periodically smoking it like it's a fucking blunt. Why? I don't know. So we should move on to...
Hey, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all of the other episodes, check the link in the description, stop by raprankings.com, or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. And please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help us grow the channel and continue our journey as hip-hop's first and premier extreme podcast.